There we are.
Ah, there we
Goddamn.
go.
Welcome, 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 welcome,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, to the Knicks and Six podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Your third place Knicks and Six podcast, by the way. Your third
Ah,
place Knicks and
ah.
Six podcast. I
How
am
do you
your.
feel about that?
Oh man, I feel great. I feel great.
Ah, that's
I
good.
only told y'all this is where we was gonna be back in February. And
Yeah.
that it was predetermined.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was locked.
yeah, locked since February, but everybody needed narratives to talk about for the end of the season. So I get it. I get it. I get it. Like I said,
We didn't have one of those little narrative problems, did we? We kind of
no,
accepted we was gonna be up there.
yeah. I mean, we the best Knicks podcast out there, so it's
We
not.
are really good.
We're pretty good. Pretty good.
It's so
All right.
honest, straight from the heart. No one peddling us any bullshit. There's no agendas.
It's not a lot of
You know what I mean?
clip farming, as the young ones call it on this
Real
pod, yeah.
fans who watch the games and don't spend too much time on the stats, but we do watch stats. Oh yeah, we well rounded.
Yeah, we tried to handle our expectations pretty well this year. I think we did a decent job. I
We're
wouldn't say
like
we
the
did.
LeBron James of Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Let me introduce us. Yes, like I said, welcome to the Knicks and Six Pod. I am your humble and gracious host, Cy Van Dam, Van Deezy, Guru if I'm your mans, and I am joined once again by my humble, maybe not as humble because we in the
Not
playoffs.
so humble.
And
His boy Sean Dawn the future.
yes,
Sean
indeed.
in the building.
Indeed.
Mr. Sean Harris, the LeBron James and Stephen A. Smiths coming at you live after 82. Clap it up for 82, y'all.
Yes,
In
indeed.
the building. I'm running with that. The LeBron and Stephen A.
Love
that's
it.
A good time for that.
Love it. Love it. Yes, indeed. As you know, you can follow us everywhere at Knicks in number 6 pod. You can follow me everywhere at Frostmine Guru. You can follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. Cha cha cha.
Cha cha cha.
Yes, indeed. And Sean will find you. So it's been
Oh,
82 games.
we did it.
82 games, y'all. We coming to
That's
you live
preseason.
Friday before the postseason officially starts, because the playing games are novelty charity games for poverty people. I don't acknowledge them. We've never played a playing game in our history. Don't
Dog,
necessarily know.
Robinson 3
don't-
away from retiring.
Yeah, don't necessarily know. The emotional impact of it outside of gambling.
yeah.
So
That was my throw.
what can you do, right? What can you do? So
Right here said 3.
yes, indeed. So I want to preface this by saying, Knicks kind of struggled down the stretch and whatnot. We're gonna give y'all our end of season recap. We're gonna go into our series preview with the Detroit Pistons. If you don't know, you should know, because we are playing Detroit basketball starting tomorrow. We'll be playing the Detroit Pistons in a basketball series for the rights to go to the second round.
Yes.
I have thoughts. Sean has
I have
thoughts. Maybe some concerns on both our ends. We'll talk about it. Maybe some rational confidence on one or two of our ends. Maybe that may be labeled as irrational, but we'll see.
Maybe some rational concerns.
Maybe some rational concerns. Indeed. Yeah, we'll talk all about it. Like I said, thank you if you want coming from us from YouTube, Twitch.
Shout out to Twitch.
Yeah, make sure y'all tune in to these recaps. We're gonna try to recap every game during the series. Not too long, and not too quick, and not too quick either, right? Like maybe we don't want the immediate emotions of post game, right? Like maybe we don't.
No,
maybe
we don't talk about the game. Yeah.
maybe we might want to sleep on it before
That will happen.
because we're good for it. We're good for it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, let's start it off, man. Let's get to the season recap, man. The Knicks finished third in the East.
Right.
Like I said, we played the Pistons, man. 82 games. I want to give it up for a couple people. I want to shout out Mikal Bridges first and foremost for making it through an 82 game tip season. Just give it up for the time, Mikal Bridges. We had
Yo,
concerns. We had concerns. Did we not have concerns? We had concerns. I had concerns. I had concerns.
The Iron Man.
Let me play my theme music.
Could you imagine?
Avengers Assemble.
Right.
Yo, shout out to Mikal Bridges for making it to an 82 game tip season. I don't think that is not being spoken to enough. I just don't think no one is talking about it.
You have to be a real Knicks fan, a real Knicks podcast to bring that up and highlight the fact that Iron Man still stands.
82 game season. 82 game
Shout
season. Shout out to Tibbs. Yeah. Second wing. Shout out to Tibbs, man. This is second consecutive 50+ win season. You gotta give it up for Tibbs, man. You gotta give it up for Tibbs.
We love that in New York.
You gotta give it up for Tibbs, man. Yeah. We doing good things. If I do say so myself, we're doing good things. Like I try to see things in a rational perspective because I understand a lot of Knicks fans out here like to thrive off of rationality. Like the very first thing I'm gonna talk about is the fact that we played 6 games in 8 days down the stretch, and everybody was losing their freaking mind. That we was blowing 4-quarter leads, and I kind of sat down and I got a little upset maybe, and then I realized we played 6 games in 8 days, and I was like, dog, get me to the playoffs. Get me to the playoffs. This is silly.
Get us out of here.
Why you got us play 5 games in 7 days, Adam Silver? You trying to fuck us?
And why do all the games have to matter so much?
What's going on?
Why are all the teams we playing so dope?
You put all the
Cleveland, Hawks, Suns, Celtics, Pistons, Cavs.
Yeah, what was you trying to do in the scheduling meeting for real? That's what we really need to sit down and talk about.
Filthy. They started the season filthy and ended it filthy.
Nasty works, man. Nasty works. So I didn't take no stock into that. I scoured Knicks Twitter throughout and just saw a lot of people stressing out, and I was just like, whatever. You guys are bored. This is like when you dealing with
right.
But like a week before the season, and you putting stock into preseason games. It's like, bro,
nah,
dog,
no,
I can't do it. I can't.
No, they were right, bro. You gotta get. I'm gonna defend the people that was bugging out over the schedule and how it ended. The end of the season. Yo, dog. They started us off with Boston's championship celebration, followed by the team that knocked us out, followed by the Cavs, followed by the Heat with Butler still, followed by the Pistons, followed by Houston, followed by Atlanta, followed by the Bucks, followed by the Pacers, followed by the Sixers. Yo, dog, our first 10 games of the season was intense for no good reason.
They tried to line us. So you say they tried to line us in the beginning of the season, and they tried to line us at the end of the season. It makes sense.
Bro, end of the season. If that sounded crazy, end of the season. Dallas, Clippers, Bucks. Portland is a break. Sixers sucks. Cavs, Hawks, Suns, Celtics, Pistons, Cavs. Nets for 82. Crosstown rival. Bro. And then when we figured it out, when we had a premier all-time Knicks offense, the problem was they front-loaded and back-loaded the good team so much that we getting that off on the Hornets.
Yeah.
The Bobcats. We get it off the Bobcats. Like that can't. The Wizards, the Blazers, like nasty.
Listen, I hear you.
Because of that, there's numbers out there that gives reason to not feel most confident about what we're dealing with. You would think if you had the best offense that you've ever had in your franchise at one point in time, that you could step into something like this confident.
So my question to you is, right, do you think that, because I have a conspiracy theory, right? Like I have a big conspiracy theory. I've been waiting to get this shit off for 2 weeks.
Our whole thing just now was a conspiracy theory.
No, because it directly correlates to what you're saying, right?
No.
Like obviously a big storyline in the season is that the Knicks going to beat the top teams, right? 0-10
Right.
against the two top teams in the East and the top team in the West, right? 1-1 against the Rockets. No one talks about that though. But whatever. If you want to put it all together, that's 1-11. You get what I'm saying? 1-11. All right, that's still a bad
We
record.
got the Lakers in there and
My-
the Pistons in there.
Yeah, if
We're
you
like 115.
yeah. So
Yikes.
it gets nasty, right? It gets nasty when you get down to it. This is my conspiracy theory, right? And I will say this specifically for Boston. I'm not so sure about the Cavs because I'm not gonna lie. Who the fuck knew the Cavs were gonna be this good, right? Like except for continuity, like you have to bank on continuity, and with a new coach and everybody buying in. Shouts to them for doing that because I had no
Julius
faith.
Hyde was banking on
I had no
continuity.
faith.
Julius Hyde believed in continuity.
Listen, hey, they also had to get a new coach, so there's a conversation there. Somebody had to go.
They upgraded though.
That's just it.
So
No, it's
they
real.
doubly upgraded because
It's
then
real.
when they got our guy also.
Yeah, they got Johnny Bryant, which is
There you
a
go.
deeper conversation, man.
They upgraded. They upped it. It's nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty. But even that, like, yo, look at how we were playing 3 games in 4 nights. Every time we showed up to the Cavs, we played the Cavs on the second half of the back-to-back.
Yeah.
Or we would play the Pistons on the first or the second half of the back-to-back. Or we would play like I'm not gonna say they was making Boston, nasty wins. So while I don't make excuses, right? Because that's just not my bag. Like we play the games, play who's in front of you, and obviously we want to win every game. But also at the same time, it's like I kind of feel like we was kind of set up to get lined a couple times this season. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Like it kind of feels like we was set up to be lined a couple times. Which
absolutely were.
Which maybe they do that with every team. I don't watch every team. I don't give a shit about every team. I'm talking about my team. So it's like, oh man, like third place. We said very early in the season. You specifically said like, hey, fourth place is what I'm seeing, and you don't think that would reflect how good we are unless we were first place in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. I think that, bro. I have so much optimism for the playoffs in the sense that, like, there's just so many things we went through this year as a basketball team. Like, if you look at it, like the fan base, like we're volatile in by nature. So, like, can you take anything we really say, like, unless you're gonna talk to somebody that's gonna talk about it rationally, like with any type of face value? Like, if we're being absolutely honest, like sometimes even the beat reporters and stuff like that. Like, bro, obviously you come to Knicks 6 and get the rational take and just being honest with you, but
we're the rational take.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This is why we do this.
No,
so when you say something, I listen to it and I hold on to it and I hold you accountable to it.
Yes, because that's.
And I feel the same way. I go back and listen to us on here, and I listen to me, and I'm like, I was bugging on that one. I was right. Oh, I'm good at this. Oh, and I was wrong. Okay, yeah. Like even that take, finish top 5, should be number 1. I'm a little concerned about that right now. I feel number 2-ish right now. I'm feeling kind of 3-ish right now.
No, and that's real. And that's real. But I think that there's the substance in that is like, all right, cool. One, you look at the teams that were better than us, right? They had the level of continuity, yes, that you would have banked on. Like there is a world where we could have also been a 3 or a 2 seed, the same way we were this year if we would have kept Dante and Julius Randle. Yes, of course, we know these things, right? I think that what we saw a lot during this season was a team that made a 3rd place run for the Eastern Conference despite not having the level of continuity that they need. And I think that bodes well, 1, for the playoffs, and 2, for the future. Like, I see it in a sense like, all right, cool. If there was ever a time to work out kinks, right?
Right.
It would be during the regular season. Look at it this way. If we had, let's just say, a similar season that we had this year with the team that we would have walked in with the expectation of having continuity, right?
Right.
We would have a different level of, like, I don't know if it would be disdain. I don't know if it would be like annoyance and stuff like that, because we would have expectation like, yo, y'all played already together. What the fuck are y'all doing and shit like that? I don't think
Right.
that it builds in an excuse, but it's just the truth, right? Like you've never played, like Jalen Brunson and Cat never played before today, so they had to figure this shit out. Mikhail and Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart have not played together in 6-7 years, so they had to figure that shit out again. Like you get what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, championship level backcourt, but still,
Yeah.
like you still got to figure that shit out. So it allowed at least for the rational Knicks fan to look at it like, all right, cool. If you are a third place team in a conference, by the way, that's much improved. You got the Pacers that got 2 years together. They two best stars got 2 years together. You got
Right.
Cavs got 3-4 years together. Boston got 8-9 years together and stuff like that. You was able to interject in between a Bucks team that had 2 years together, a Pistons team that's on the rise, Orlando that's on the rise. You get what I'm saying? And you were still able to, like, third place tells me that this is the floor. This is the worst we'll ever be. Like I've been
I
saying
would
this
hope
for
so.
like
I
I've
agree.
been saying this
No,
for
you're
like
right.
the
You're right.
past
You're
3
absolutely
months.
right.
This is the worst we'll ever be because
Right.
this is the structure of a team that has championship aspirations, right? You look at it. Your point guard has to be one of the top 5 point guards in basketball. That's what you want, right? Is there
Yeah.
any argument that Jalen Brunson is a top 5 point guard in basketball?
No.
Not one, not to one. You
No.
know what I'm
No.
saying? Not
No.
one. Is
That's
there any
confirmed.
is there any argument that you have a top 5 big in basketball? There's not one.
No.
It's not
No.
one. You get
No.
what I'm saying? You have the
Yeah. Yeah.
you have the archetype. You have a 3-and-D wing. You have 2 3-and-D wings and one that's emerging into fucking Kawhi fucking Leonard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, not even touch his prime. The brother is 27. You get what I'm saying? You got somebody that's he's 27. This is prime year one.
Yeah.
You get-
Next year,
That's
he's
what
on
I'm
track to
saying.
be better.
This is the worst we'll ever be. So you have to continue. Like, this shit is all about perspective. You know what the worst Boston ever was? Was like year one Jason Tatum. Like, that's the worst they ever was. And they went to the Eastern Conference Finals 4, 5, 6 times. So my whole thing, when I look at this season, right, I look at it as like, this is foundation. You make the trades to obviously raise your ceiling, right?
But who wants to hear that? Though?
Obviously, no one wants to hear that. No
Who
one
wants to hear that when you felt like last year you should have went to the finals.
I agree.
That this year is a setup for potentially going to the finals in the future.
No, the future is 2 months from today. The future is 2 months from today. Did you not hear me say it bodes well for this playoff and future playoffs because this is the worst we'll ever be? Legit.
And backs it right there. This is the worst that we will ever be right now feels true. And when I add to it, I would say this may be the worst we'll ever be, even including last year, which is the problem.
I don't think so. I don't think so because let me explain. Because I think last year, and I had this argument on Twitter as well. I think that there is a nostalgia effort because the vibes were immaculate, because we as Knicks fans love the overachiever. I think that team last year overachieved, and while we were planning on Julius Randle to come back, like, yes, that is something that because we saw the January Knicks. We talk about it all the time. Like, that team looked unstoppable. But that team also didn't have the opportunity to go through the warts that they needed to go through. Like, we had the December Knicks where we lost 1 game all month. And then we had this version of the January Knicks where we looked like we were struggling. Like, we didn't get no chance to see that because we lost Julius after a month of this. So yes, we would, and I'm here for that. Like, let's be clear. Like, I am a big fan of the overachiever. I think that is good. Like, we can live on that. Like, that was a good team last year.
I don't think we have the ability to overachieve this year.
Because but I agree with you. because you know what achieving is a championship level team. This is what we are. Like
I
that's
agree.
the thing when it comes with expectations, right? Like when the expectations raise, you're not going to be the only level of overachieving, in my opinion, that comes from this team only happens next year when we go back to back. Legitimately, because if you look at it like this team, if this was the worst, if this season, the season of this was the worst we'll ever be, like from the
Right.
day Mitchell Robinson came back was the worst we've ever been, right? If that's what we're gonna be, cool, that's
I'll
fine.
take it.
This
I'll take
where
it.
it's only up from here, and that's telling me
Yep.
right now,
We
if
got
I have the
a
level
summer.
of if I have a level of rational confidence that if our ceiling if our ceiling is raised and we've raised our ceiling to a championship level, like there are things that had to happen for us to beat the Pacers last year and then go into Boston with a lipped out team, like fully lipped out, fully like
It was
pull
bad.
out it like obviously if we got a version of the January Knicks that bolds some level of rational confidence, and you know, in playoffs you don't know what the fuck happened. Somebody could have hurt themselves, God forbid, in the conference finals, and would have evened
Right.
it out. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what would have happened, but we would have been planning more so on circumstance than actual capability. This year is about actual capability. Hey, dog, call Anthony Towns. Kristaps Porzingis is not better than you, my nigga. Go fry this
Facts.
nigga, bro. You feel me? Like that's how it has to work. And I feel like
Right.
with that level of expectations, I feel confident going into this playoffs because at the end of the day, the game's got to be played. Yes, you beat us, and you beat us. All that tells to me is that, hey, dog, you better beat us 4 more times. Because let me tell you, if you sweep us in the regular season and niggas get you out of here in 6, you will never hear the end of it from me. That goes for Boston, that goes for Cleveland, that goes for Oklahoma City. I'm letting y'all niggas know right now. Let it know. Y'all got me.
Yo, can you imagine
Y'all got me.
Cleveland Knicks finals?
Bro, come on, man. Hey. My only rational take of this entire podcast is going to be, hey, dog, if we go Detroit, Boston, Cleveland, OKC, I swear to God, you niggas will never hear the end of it from me. I swear to God, you niggas will never hear the end.
hear the end of it.
Like,
No, you will never hear the end of it.
No,
You will never
seriously,
hear that.
I will talk about that until my dying day. I want y'all to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that. Like
Put that on the
from
tombstone.
those 4 too, and I'm
Yeah.
all 4 with the series record on it.
No
I'm letting y'all
ducking
know.
smoke.
And I wanted to say, oh, 0 for 10 in the regular season. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all will never hear the end of it from me. So just to wrap up the season recap, it was good. You know, it was a good season, but I had an expectation we would win 50 games anyway.
Right.
Like
Right.
that wasn't something that I was
The
surprised
fact that
about.
we only won one more game, it's kind of
It's it's like, but
Do we have the same amount of hangups that we had last year? I would say no.
no.
Did we have the injury problems that we had last year?
No.
I want to say no. I will have to ignore the fact we still haven't got her Cordy back yet,
Yeah.
and we're still very thin at center while trading away Sims and not picking up a buyout center or doing anything to fix that. So this mad concerns that's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
If this doesn't go well, I blame Leon Rose. For not having his most Leon Rosiest season or off season just moves made. But the future is bright.
Yeah. Listen, if he
The
did something at the trade line,
51 wins, and we've only had 2 minutes of Brunson, Cat, and Mitch on the court together. That only said that with minimal moves made and using whatever draft picks we get to plug in the holes, whatever little tinkerings we do over the summer with little moves made, and more than 2 minutes of our best defender playing with our best 2-star players, we that should up us for next season anyway.
yeah.
So yeah, this is the worst we're going to look.
I'm just saying.
One last thing to wrap up the season that should give us hope as we want to talk about the playoffs. Boy, and we've never said this before, not that I can remember, but boy, aren't the Knicks healthy at the right time? Dog.
Knock on wood.
Hey,
Please, please.
I just
I beg.
what was the story of last playoffs? Even Indiana when they beat us and then they tried to showboat and then they lost. They was like, hey, we learned that it really matters who
Yep.
is healthy at this time.
It has to be. It has to be. I lost to a bum team last year. And I would have put that on I would have put that on the table. I lost to a bum team last year. You know how I lost to a bum team last year? They went up against Boston and got smoked. Bums. Just want to let y'all know because
And we played Celtics
limped.
a good portion of the season. We went to overtime last game we played them. Hey,
Limped. And I'm letting you know. And also to wrap this up, I got about 4 quarters of some good tape on the Celtics and the Cavs. I'm going to use those. I got about 4. It's not a lot. I would prefer maybe about 12, you know.
Hey, if you want to say it like that, there's been 16 quarters played against Boston, and it came down to 4 quarters maybe.
Yeah. The very first one of the season.
I mean, we shook it off and we played ball.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatum has, as a Knicks fan, as a Boston hater, Tatum has earned my respect with that overtime causing 3. When he hit that, I was like,
it's tough.
He's tough. He deserves to be treated like a premier player in this league.
He's tough. He's a tough guy. I'm not here to disrespect no former champions. I told you I don't disrespect Giannis no more because Giannis. I was hating on Giannis until he did it. You feel me?
Giannis is about to lose to them Pacers, so.
And that would be nasty as well. Like that would be nasty for Giannis. I ain't even gonna lie. Niggas is not good. They're not good. They play offense all day. They don't play no defense. You play defense.
So now we talking about the playoffs now. So
yes, indeed. All right, let's transition, right? So now it is time, y'all. It's time. This is your series preview. Knicks in 6 style, right? Boom. Knicks play the Pistons. Important numbers to know. The Knicks have lost to the Pistons 3-1. 3-1. I want to emphasize 3-1. They've lost to the Pistons. All right.
I hear you too loud, too clear.
Cade Cunningham.
I need you to lower your voice.
Cade Cunningham.
This boy,
to his credit, is very good.
He's good at the sport.
Very, very good. And I've said this for years, by the way.
Yeah.
Especially when they were bums. Like, I was like, they're going to have to do something different around. But Cade is good. The rest of them was bums. But Cade was good. So so that's where I'm going to start off here, right? Cade Cunningham, very good. Okay, let's go.
Cade Cunningham is the type of point guard that I don't like playing.
Yes, tall. What they call it? Wiggly. He's shifty. A shifty guy.
There you go. Wiggly.
Not really fast. Not really fast, but really shifty. Got good body control and whatnot. Tall. I'm gonna put that out there. Tall, 6'7". Big guard.
Big fact.
Mm-hmm. He has good size for good passing ability for his size.
Right.
See over the defense, and he can shoot the midi. Got a good shot. He's good. Like he's good. I want to be clear.
He's a problem.
He's an absolute issue. Let's be clear. This is Cade Cunningham's very first playoff appearance with the Detroit Pistons. So shout out to him Philly and the Pistons back to the playoffs because last year they lost 29 games in a row, something like that. It was nasty.
Yeah,
It was real nasty.
November,
With Monty Williams, it was really nasty with them. They got Monty out of there.
December, yeah, something crazy.
They got Monty up out of there and put JB in there. All right, so I want to talk about a couple things. I want us to go through each of the matchups. So starting five, bench, coach. We'll talk about any X factors and then we'll give our pick. All right, that sound like a good thing.
Yeah. All right, I'm probably gonna remix it along the way, but I'm gonna try to rock with you.
We'll do it. All right, so let's start off, right? So obviously at the point guard, we got Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham. Like I said, Cade Cunningham, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. My only issue, as I also stated, is that this is Cade Cunningham's very first playoff appearance. I personally have seen a couple very good first playoff appearances from a couple people. Most recently, I would say Luka Doncic was the most recent that I can remember that really popped up out of the screen, and Trae Young, when he beat us a couple years back. That's to say it's so hard to be an experienced team that has the level of playoff experience that we have. So, and most important here, and I buried the lead. Playoff Jalen Brunson is the best player in basketball over the past 3 years.
Right.
So, and this is not me being a homer. I saw graphics with him next to Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Oh yeah.
Young LeBron too, not this older, not this 43-year-old LeBron. Young, spiry LeBron. He's up there with those graphics. So, I just don't see, like, I see a world where, well, obviously I don't think that Brunson guards Cade. I don't think that's the matchup, obviously, on the defensive end. But in terms of like band for band, scoring for scoring, I think they would have to cancel each other out, right? Like if we're gonna think
Pause.
That, go ahead.
Cause right there you triggered something.
Go ahead.
Point for point means him off.
Yeah, it does.
Is how many times have we said him off is not the most ideal Brunson that we need with this team. We need Dimeson.
And I agree.
And Cade is the type of player with the way that he balls to draw that him off out of him.
I agree. All right.
Major concern.
I agree. It could be a concern. I agree with that being a concern.
Because if he gets it in his head that he needs to be Brun's him instead of Dimeson.
Here's the thing. I agree with you.
Then where's Kawhi OG?
Brun's him, I would be concerned about. This is not Brunson though. This is playoff Jalen Brunson. And I just think that playoff Jalen Brunson is the best player in basketball over the past 3 years.
No. We can't walk that away.
All right.
All
right. Let me make my case. Can I make my case? Let me make my case. Right?
I'll make your case.
Here's the thing. I do think that we have to, acknowledge that, like I said, Jalen Brunson is top 5 point guard in basketball right now, right? I have to acknowledge that if I look at previous playoff experiences, especially last year, he didn't have his second leading scorer. So
big point.
Here's my question to you,
which requires him to be more Brunson.
This is what I'm saying. Here's my question to you. I've told you this on multiple occasions. I think Jalen Brunson is just too smart to be baited into a him off with the resources he has right now, right? Like, I think that when you are looking at his previous teams, and this is not counting when he be going into him offs with Julius on the court, because when he was going into him offs with Julius on the court, we were losing. I remember this. Like, I think that when it's required,
not much.
And to be fair, even when he had his crazy stretch at the end of the season into the playoffs and stuff like that, we lost a couple of those games. Like we wasn't like we went hot going into the playoffs, which was when he got him off rhythm going. But like him kind of like readjusting into being like the only option, the only offensive option, like that took him about a month and a half to figure out, right? If we're not mistaken. I think that he has to, at the very least, and this is contingent on him. I just have faith that he'll do it because I think he's smart.
Right.
This is contingent on him to recognize, all right, cool. Cade Cunningham, as I've said, is their only offensive option. You're literally looking at a mirror of yourself, Jalen Brunson. You're literally looking at a mirror of yourself last year, Jalen Brunson. How did the Pacers beat you? The injuries hit us, and then they literally decided, you cannot be the person to stop us from scoring, and you did the scoring anyway, and we lost because it could not only be you. So when the expectations rose from overachiever to championship contender, now you have to have the level of, especially from the point guard position, to recognize you got the best shooting big man in basketball as your power forward center. You have OG Anunoby, who is literally blossoming into Kawhi Leonard in our very eyes. We're watching this. Make sure that brother gets some touches. All right? Make sure Mikal exploits the midi, because as Mikal said yesterday, hey, dog, this is the playoffs. The midi is king in the playoffs. This is when I'm really about to cook. And to be fair, like, that's what I'm saying. So as Jalen Brunson, I think he's gonna recognize that. I think he's gonna recognize and pick and choose his spots. All right, cool. Because first of all, from what I see, if they're gonna put Cade Cunningham on him, it's over. Because if you gonna expect Cade Cunningham to run around with Jalen fucking Brunson for five fucking games and play defense on that nigga and score 30, I'm sorry. You better trust whoever's next. So moving on, right? Shooting guard. So shooting guard, we got Mikal Bridges versus Malik Beasley. Big Malik. Malik Beasley.
Say it. With your chest.
All right. So we got Mikal Bridges.
Malik Beasley is built. Stop it. I got this one. Stop it.
Go ahead. It's on you.
Malik Beasley has been lights out this season from three. He has done some amazing shit from three this season, and he's doing it off the bench. Do you hear me, my friend?
Yes.
Off the bench.
Yes, he is.
Dog, there is no reason why. In even the way you said it just now,
yes.
Next up shooting guard, Malik Beasley. Oh,
he gonna cook
you know how bad you gotta be to jump over the starters for us to have to talk about you?
This is true. He's a
top
top 5 player in this. He's a top 5 player for the Pistons. He's a top 5 player for the Pistons, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be on every ticket. Beasley on the bench is the conversation of Josh Hart to the bench. Good enough to start, but dangerous if we can get you off somewhere else where you can really shine.
I agree.
And if you think of the bench matchups, come on, dudes, this is for you. It's all on you now, buddy.
Yes, indeed. So here's my thing with Malik.
That's not great.
Yeah, it's not. Here's the thing with Malik, right? Malik is good. All right. I don't want to seem like I hate him, right? I think he's really good. I think he's much better than a lot of people.
Say with your chest.
I think he's a lot better than most people give him credit for. Here's the thing with Malik, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Malik Beasley has to have the series of his life to beat us, for the Pistons to beat us. Like, I think him and Cade are so interconnected. Like, those two have to be the guys. Like, I think everybody else, it's like they're more of an X factor. Like, you got Asar Thompson, you got Tobias Harris, obviously from Half Hollow Hills High School.
Yeah, but most of these cats are super youngins. This will be the shit of their lives.
But here's the thing, Malik Beasley. So we're looking at 3 people, right? 4 people that got playoff experience on this team. 4. 4?
Dog, not enough.
That's not enough.
But the youth is what they line.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I will say this about Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley, keep shooting, my brother. Keep shooting. That's all I gotta say. Keep shooting. Hey, hey. Here's the thing. I'm so serious when I say this. If Malik Beasley shoot us out the gym, we're going to lose. Okay. Why? Because we play a shit ton of drop coverage. We play a shit ton of drop coverage. Way too much for my liking. Way too much for my liking.
Okay.
This is I chose Mikhail for this matchup specifically because I feel like of anybody, like I look at this like who would they put? Tobias Harris would be the second best player they would call. No, he's not Tobias Harris, bro. It's the motherfucker that can shoot from the 3 on the bench. Put Mikal Bridges on him. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Right. There's a world where Mikal Bridges is first to the bench. And there's first to the bench so that he can rest for 2 minutes for when Mikal Bridges, for when Malik Beasley come in and come right back out. I'm not fucking around with Malik Beasley. Let's be clear.
I feel like a lot of Malik Beasley minutes, we'll see Mitchell Robinson on the court.
Yeah.
So that we can try to put an end to the drop coverage.
That ass. And be real. If that's the call, right? If the call is, if Mitch not starting, as soon as Malik Beasley come in, Mitch come in so Mikal can switch to Malik Beasley and Mitch can play the drop coverage. Because what they do for Malik Beasley, legitimately, I watched the tape. What they do is what they used to do for fucking Klay Thompson, right? Like they utilize, but the thing is like Cade is not Steph. And this is why it works because all he's doing is running the baseline, doing all his running, this, that, and third. Boom. Just like how Klay used to get open. Hey, dog, let Mikal chase him. And then as soon as he step out, let Mitch be right there, not in drop coverage. Show the fucking shooter. Show it to the shooter. And the problem with Malik Beasley is that Malik fucking Beasley is a shooter. Hey, dog, put that ball on the ground. Put it on the ground. Put it on the ground, bro. Hey, let me see your Malik Beasley, Kyrie Irving handle. That's what I want to see.
Malik, Mikal, get to know each other.
Yeah, let's be brothers too. Even. Let's go to the Waffle House. Let's go to the Waffle House. I don't care. When I'm dealing with somebody like a shooter, him and Timmy Hardaway, like Timmy Hardaway we'll talk about when we talk about the bench, right? But when it comes to like the shooters, like obviously I have a level of concern because we are the worst, and we're probably not, but we're definitely a bottom tier 3-point defense team because we play a shit ton of drop coverage. So when I look at it like this, right? Cade is going to be the primary initiator of the offense. He's probably going to be the primary offensive engine. So what they do is that you put shooters around him, right? I only personally see 2 shooters on this basketball team. I don't know about you.
Okay.
I see 2. And one is erratic in Timmy Hardaway Jr. Erratic. Yeah. I know. We've had him twice. Yeah. Erratic. He might win him a game. By going unconscious. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's be clear. And he might lose them a couple games. Like Buddy Hield was losing games for the Pacers last year. Like that's just how Timmy is.
Right.
The other one, who is Malik Beasley, is much more efficient. So if you're telling me I get to put a top 10 defender on the second best player on this team and he doesn't even start, I'm comfortable with that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm comfortable with that. I am comfortable with that. I am so.
I don't know. I think it's more first world problems.
It is. It's so first world.
Depth chart. Timmy starting. Yeah. But Malik should be.
Timmy only starts because he's erratic. You get what I'm saying?
You look at the minutes.
They are dependent on Timmy to get hot. If Timmy don't get hot, they got Malik coming off the bench. Like, that's the shooter guard. That's where your shooter guards go. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a first world problem. It's crazy. When you know the bench player is better, you just utilizing the microwave ability of Timmy Hardaway Jr.
And that's going to be on us to deal with it.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. Because the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, are such a different level of intensity. And I feel like the Pistons don't even really get that. And you don't, we've heard it from everybody. You don't really understand it until you're in it, right? We got people with playoff experience. You talk about Campaign, who's been to the final, Mikal Bridges that's been to the finals, Jalen Brunson, habitual playoff performer. You got Cat, who's been to a Western Conference final. We got like Mitchell Robinson. We got people with some years, like with some equity in April and May. That's what I'm saying. They got Tobias fucking Harris, bro. Is their playoff leader, Malik Beasley? Or Timmy Hardaway? Like, Timmy Hardaway the only one that been to the finals. He just went to the finals last year. And they was DMPing this nigga. Like, I'm not worried about these niggas, bro. I'm not worried about the shooting guard rotation of Timmy Hardaway and Malik Beasley. I respect Malik Beasley. I think that he could really shoot the basketball.
What about the point guard rotation of Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey?
Is Jaden coming back?
He could.
He could.
If it goes to game 6, he could be there.
Hey, they ain't playing.
He's been cleared for basketball activities 8 days ago. He's been doing conditioning since.
Yeah, they might get him back. They might get him back in about a week.
Hey,
listen, I'm not worried about the point guard rotation either, dog. Listen, Jalen Brunson by himself is the best basketball player in the Eastern Conference in the playoff. I'll just tell you what I see. And then you add Deuce McBride, who has had good playoff runs, not great playoff runs, but good playoff runs. I'm comfortable with that. And you got Campaign who got the experience. And then you got your break in case of emergency, DeLon Wright, who, let's be clear, just went 4-1. Who just went 4-1 with our fourth-string point guard. Like, I feel comfortable with the point guard rotation. Absolutely. Let's move on to what I really want to talk about here. All right, so we're talking about small forwards.
Wait. Because if you're going to keep talking Pistons, because I don't, honestly, I know it's going to remix this on you. I don't even care. I don't even care about the individual matchups at this point, after this point. Only other person is for us to get our cat love off. And I'm going to let you do that. So I'm not stepping on that.
All right, so let's go. All right, let's do it. Listen.
But I just got to say, before we get too much further, I got to throw these numbers out.
Yep.
Because they've been thrown all over the place. And I need to add a little bit of context to this so that we can have some hope going into this. And it's weird to say, why are you only talking about some hope when you're the favorite? Your roster looks like it should beat this team.
Yes.
Experience, star power, whatever should beat this team. We lost a young Trey Young before. We know that it's possible, even if it's not feasible.
Yes.
Since the last 50 games, if you've heard these numbers, in the last 50 games of the season, the Detroit Pistons have been ranked 10th offensively.
Mm-hmm.
We have been ranked 16th.
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Pistons have been ranked 8th defensively. We have been ranked 17th defensively. So in the last 50 games, the Pistons have been ranked 6th as far as net rating, and we have been ranked 15th as far as net rating. Now, these numbers should trouble people until you realize how long we didn't have Brunson, how long we didn't have Mitch, and that these numbers are accounting for a time when we're working through those problems. There was no competition in the first 30 games. We were hot as fish grease. But since then, I've been hearing over and over how they're just ranked and how they've been one of the top 5 teams in basketball over the last 50 games.
That's good.
We can't sleep on that.
I won't.
But those numbers are flawed because I don't want to hear about the offensive numbers when I don't got Jalen Brunson on the court. Period. I don't want to hear about the defensive numbers if I don't have OG and Mitch on the court.
You're right.
And when I was one without the other, at every point in time, when Brunson went out, we became better defensively. But that's also because Mitch was back. That matters.
Yep.
Not this narrative that Brunson is so bad defensively that once he was gone, we got a boost. No, that's not the case. Brunson has been playing adequate defense all year.
We've documented this.
He may be short, but he puts in the work. He does his thing.
That the narrative is out there that Jalen Brunson has been playing bad defense this year, and it's just not true. Let's just put that out there. It's just not true. It's not true.
So I just want to just talk about those numbers real quick because that narrative been blowing mine as a Knicks fan. All right, and now you could go on to the next thing. Let's talk about the power forwards when we smoke all folks. All
right, so here we are. All right, so we're talking about Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, front court. We're looking at Isaiah Stewart, Tobias Harris, Asar Thompson. Man, listen, Josh Hart. So when I look at our forwards versus versus their forwards, I just don't see a world in which they can contend unless they beat the shit out of us. Like, I want to be clear. I do think that's
the only concern.
Yes, and I want to be clear. This is where they win. Like I've said earlier that they win with Cade and Malik, but that's really like the offensive side of it. They really win if they beat the shit out of us. And I say that with all due respect.
They're physical.
Are built to blow teams out. We are not built to be in fisticuffs. And to be clear, our talent we have way too much talent to not be smoking this team by 20 at least every game. It don't got to end by 20. But I'm talking about this is the playoffs. Rim get a little bit more constricted. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that they like if I was a Pistons pod, I would say the same numbers you said, right? I would not provide the context you provided with no Mitchell Robinson, with no Jalen Brunson, because that's just not smart podcasting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting that out there. They're putting that out there. But I would ultimately be saying we win this series by beating the shit out of the Knicks. And it starts in their front court, right? It's a tough front court. I give them their credit. Jalen Duren, he's strong. Isaiah Stewart, he be fighting niggas. Shout out to Rochester. I went to school up there. I got love for Stewie. I got love for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Duren, Stewart, and Tobias Harris.
Yeah, they should be beating the shit. They should be beating the shit out of us. Like to be clear, man. Listen, if they had like a coach that was not like JB, and I got respect for JB, but and I'll get into him in a few in terms of when we talk about coaching matchups. But they had somebody like that was a little nuts, you know, like somebody that'd be like, "Hey, dog, go smoke, go smoke that, yeah, nigga like Tips, yeah." Like, hey,
Tips was like, "Hey, you post together these numbers, go finish it off."
Yeah. Yep. But here's what I have to say. While my thing with Detroit's defense, right? I think it's so silly in a way because I feel like it's predicated on toughness, right? And I'm into it in that sense. But when you look at it like in a grand scope of things, like they're winning by like getting you off your game. It's some overachiever shit. This is why I fuck with it. Like, but also it's like, hey, bro, we can just outscore you. We can just outscore you. When you look at it, Tobias Harris is never at what is his career average? 16 points a game. The brothers made $300 million. If Tobias Harris is going to average 30 points a game, by all means, bro. But I don't think you got it in you for real. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I don't think you got it in you for real. Jalen Duren, what moves you got, my brother? You good. You're decent. You know, I remember we traded. You were our pick and we traded you. But like, you don't got no moves. You come from the Dwight Howard school of big man. You don't come from the Hakeem the Dream school of big man. You don't got no moves. So I'm not worried about you doing anything you need to do.
Offensively
should kill these
can
niggas,
give
bro.
us enough to match both of Duren and Harris.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Yeah. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns, and this is a Karl Anthony Towns. Yeah. Like, we love you, Cat. I truly do. Yeah. You need to average
this is time to show him love.
70 points on these niggas for real. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. You're gonna have Mitch down there But like, let's be clear. This is another thing, right? Mitchell Robinson. He has children already. You get what I'm saying? He has children already.
Nah, I hear you.
Lil Evan and Lil Jarrett. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a son, a couple of them out there. Yeah, I hear you.
He got children already. Hey,
my God, he has kids.
if I called him up, he said it might be time to adopt. That's what he told me. I'm not saying nothing crazy. That's what he told me. He said it might be time to adopt him. That's all I'm saying. Might be time. He might want to add a couple more young ones to the family. I'm just letting you know. There was never a world where we played big men like this and then had an offensive weapon like Karl Anthony Towns. So, dog, they can't even go big. This is why I need the Mitch Cat lineup. They can't even go big against us, dog, because if you are dependent your playoff lives on Isaiah Stewart to guard Karl Anthony Towns with Mitchell Robinson in the paint, it's game time. It's game time, my brother. It's game time. Dog.
Cam might have a 5 or 6 game that day. Yeah.
And you got here's the thing. And this is why I keep saying we have built this team this is why I keep saying we have expectations now. There is a world. There was a world. There was a world where we had real conversations about Mitchell Robinson being the best offensive rebounder in basketball. I'm here to let y'all know Mitchell Robinson knows what it takes to offensive rebound in the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know if these two niggas know what it takes. Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's a little spooky when you break it down that way, because at the end of the day, Cade, he gonna kill. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna kill. Like, I have thorough expectation that Cade is gonna have a phenomenal series. Thorough expectations. Right. But when we start getting into the nitpicky of it, like when you start looking at it, even from the starting 5, your rotation, your big man rotation, you are dependent on beating the shit out of us.
Yeah.
And that's tough.
We got to bruise it down there
now. Yeah. So what happens like when Mitch is clearing 3 niggas out? Like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, yo, it's gonna look crazy when you trying to box out Mitchell Robinson and the nigga got like 4 rebounds on you, and now you tight and now you want to fight. Listen, I get it.
Yo,
I get it, bro.
Mitch wasn't allowed to play back-to-backs because we was getting him right and ready for the playoffs.
I literally said this. I said, bro, why would Mitch play back-to-backs? There's no back-to-backs in the playoffs.
Right. There's no need for it.
He is our investment.
But the last game he played was against Cleveland.
Yes.
And he played 33 minutes.
Dog.
33 minutes.
That's the ramp it up for the. That's the ramp it up.
Any 2 games prior to that, combine it, wouldn't be more than 33 minutes. You know what that means? That means Tibbs is saying, Mitch, you're ready.
You gotta be ready. And let's be clear. I want to be clear here too. Mitchell Robinson Legacy Series. Mitchell Robinson Legacy Series starts in Detroit. We've been talking all year about trying to keep Mitch at a discount, right? Hey, Mitch, big dog. You wanna price yourself out of New York, right?
This is what you do it.
Get these niggas out of here.
This is what you do it.
I'm just being honest with you, because if Mitchell Robinson get these 2 young niggas out of here, let's be clear, that'll be 4 children right now in the Eastern Conference. 4 children. Yeah. Hey, dog. I would have to go to Leon and be like, we might have to have some tough conversations. We might have to have tough conversations. If the brother's going to be ready every March, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. That's just what we're doing.
Leave.
Because at the end of the day, what have we been beaten with all year long? Size. Size. OG Anunoby, while capable, is not a power forward. Is not a power forward. It's still very capable. I think we have said this. Our best lineup is with OG Anunoby and Mitchell Robinson on the floor together. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen Mikal Bridges,
Brunson and Bridges.
Come on,
Why
bro.
Can't that be?
Come on, bro.
That's peak.
That's super peak. That's a playoff lineup right there. Like, there's a difference between regular season lineup. This is why, like, people get upset and stuff like that. And I get them a little bit where it's like, yo, Tiz, you want to experiment with a couple lineups and stuff like that. But ultimately, it's like, dog, I have the archetype right here. You don't understand.
Right.
The archetype is here. You got a big man that is defensive rebounder, offensive rebounder. That's what you're going to get him to lock in on. You got the best shooting big man in basketball. You got two premier top 10 3-and-D wings. One guy is turning into Kawhi Leonard in front of our very eyes. I will say this because I saw a whole 2 months of it. Legit. Like, it's one thing if you do it for a game. It's one thing if you do it for a week. The brother averaged 25 points for the last 2 months of the season. What the fuck am I looking at? I'm looking at that.
Right.
Hey, dog, it looks crazy. It looks like a championship roster. I've told y'all all season. I think we about 2 transactional cycles away. Trying to fill up the bench, give it a little bit more girth, you know?
That's what doesn't make it a championship roster.
It's tough. It's tough. We have deficiencies. I'm never lie at that. We got real deficiencies that I got real concerns.
Let's get to the deficiencies and see how you feel about them right now. The deficiencies is clear. It's campaign, it's Landry Shamet, it's Precious Achua.
Yes.
And it's we don't have a backup center to give a damn about.
We don't have no Huck Porty. No Huck Porty. Here's the thing.
That's our problem.
Here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna say this with the most love. I think there has to be a world in which Josh Hart has to go to the bench, right? Because of what you just said. Like, I feel like our bench is missing some form of glue guy to make the shit work, right? And yes, he plays with the bench. And yes, if you look at the lineups, like, they improve with him in the lineup. I say that only to say this, right? I don't think Tibbs is going over 8 guys. Like, I just don't think that. Like, he maybe in Detroit, maybe early series, right? You might get him at 9. You get what I'm saying? You might, but I'm just talking about from history, right? You might get him at 9 guys. Like, I don't think Precious is playing. Like,
9 for sure.
I don't think
maybe 10.
This is what I'm saying. Like, I'm believing on a hope and a prayer. Like, he should be able to play 10 guys, right? I think that Landry Shamet has made his case over the past 3 weeks as somebody as somebody who is on fire. Let's be clear.
Found his shot after getting injured, and then we signed him. And he rehabbed, and he looked shaky through the rehab, and looked like all's good now. It's like when McBride got injured, and was like, okay, when is he going to get right again?
It's not only, and it's not only with Landry, right? It's not only like, all right, let's just confirm it, right? Deuce McBride, he's playing.
He's back.
Mitch, if he's on the bench, he's playing.
He's back.
And Josh, if Josh ever goes to the bench, obviously Josh is playing. All right, so that leaves 2 spots, right? I think Landry Shamet is going to claim one of those spots because the brother, not only is the brother back, he's shooting how I begged him to shoot a couple weeks ago, if you remember. Yeah. I said, bro, please do not put the ball on the floor. I don't. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. I don't care if you have a layup package, nigga. No, shoot.
I don't want to see it in New York
at all. Why would I want that? Like, go do that shit somewhere else. You feel me? Go do that on your country's national team or something. Go show the package off. Dog, I need you to pull. And sure enough, I give credit when credit is due. That's what we do here, right? We slander, but when you do your thing, we show you love. Hey, dog, that brother shooting. He is shooting, and I promise you, we needed that specifically because, bro, we cannot get outshot.
Take enough threes.
No, we don't. We already don't take enough threes, right?
So we need a gunslinger.
We need somebody to put up 10 threes. And I feel like if I tell Landry Shamet, yo, Landry Shamet, hey, dog, I'm gonna give you about 8 shots in playoffs. As soon as you take a 2, you hit the bench. As soon as you take a 2, you're in the bench. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cuz I want him taking pull-up break threes. Like, that's the type of nut I'm trying to like pause. Like, that's the type of mentality I need him doing. Don't go to the paint. Don't go to the paint.
That's the only way you're gonna run him out the building.
Yeah.
IQ used to be our guy for that.
bro. And that's my point, right? We have to have the level of self-awareness to recognize that Detroit plays tough, bro. They play tough. So you got to outshoot these niggas, bro. Like you just have to bury them early.
Yeah.
And I say that with all due respect. Y'all sixth place team, y'all over 500. Y'all are not bums. Like y'all are not y'all are not bums. Like I'm not saying this. I'm telling you that Kate Cunningham is gonna cook. The way we gonna beat y'all is that we gonna have to outscore y'all. And that's legitimate. That's just legitimately how it's gonna have to go. I don't think when you dealing in the playoffs and you have to your shot selection has to be at a premium. You cannot take dumb shots in the playoffs. You just can't. It looks nuts when all the shots when all the decision making is heightened and shit like that. You can't do that. 2, dog, your efficiency has to be at a peak level, or you have to be him. Like those are the 2 things that have to go. You either are taking all the shots, or when you are taking shots, you have to hit them. That's as simple as like that. Because we know, right? Like, let's be clear. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby should probably take 85% of the shots in the playoffs.
But you're missing somebody, and you're missing some of this. You can't take campaign out this equation.
But
the shot.
So this is where it gets. This is where it gets finicky.
Is what campaign does every day.
So this is where it gets. This is where it gets interesting, right? I love that you brought up. I love that you brought up campaign, right? I love that you brought campaign. That's my guy. That's my guy, right?
We got him for the playoffs.
So and I agree with that point specifically. Here's what I think Tibbs is thinking, which he could be wrong, but I am like he could actually be right. This is what I think he should be thinking, right? I think he will play campaign, right? I think he will play campaign despite campaign disaster. But despite campaign disaster week for the last week of the series, very very bad campaign week for the last week of the series. We don't really give a shit about it, but that's just what it is. I think he will play campaign. Here's my counterpoint. Mikal Bridges has been averaging 8 assists since Jalen Brunson went down.
Yeah.
I think, and just tell me I'm bugging if I'm bugging, right? Like I'm not here to be right or wrong, right? I'm just here to provide cogent analysis. I think if there was anybody you would want as a secondary playmaker to kind of pick and choose his shots in the playoffs and stuff, because ideally we want Mikal taking all the middies in the playoffs. We want him to take the open threes, obviously. But if we're talking about, like, if the rotation gets tight, because if you talk about playing 10 players, I just don't think Tibbs is going to play 10 people. I just don't. And I think that he's going to have to play he's going to have to play another big unless he's going to go.
Necessity, he has no choice.
I
think because of our lack of backup center forces you to play Precious.
Yes, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So it goes Deuce, Mitch, Precious, Shamet, or Cam. And that's 9.
No or.
Shamet and Cam. That's 10.
Yes. Yes, there is no or. Shamet got to get on the court. Shamet got to get Shamet is our only 3-point specialist.
I agree.
Has to touch the court.
I agree.
Mitchell Robinson is our only center. He has to touch the court. This is a world where I'm still putting Josh Hart. If I'm not saying Josh Hart name at the bench, that's how he's starting. And if I do say his name at the bench, that's how Mitchell starting. Either way, count them as somebody off the bench.
Yes.
Campaign is the erratic shit that you asking for Shamet to do on a fast break 3. We played him in the playoffs. We know why we need him. He gotta be there.
I don't think.
How many did I have now?
You're at 10.
I know.
You're telling me 10 people.
Yes. I need a reason other than Tibbs is Tibbs for it to make sense.
And that's such.
That is not going to be 10.
And that's so real, right? Like, and I hear you, and I even agree with you, right? Like, I also think it's a cop out to say Tibbs is Tibbs, right? Like, and I'm saying it. Like, let's be clear, and it's me, and I'm saying it. So, when I look at the fact that when you say Tibbs is Tibbs, right? Here's my only issue. My only issue is that in what world, right? Like, all right, game 1, I can see him going 10. Like, I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Game 1, I can
Has
see him
to.
going 10. But I think throughout the playoffs, like, I think I'm not even gonna bullshit you. I think by the time we get to game 3, he's gonna be at 8, confirmed. Like, confirmed.
Yo, eight don't even count for anything because 7 is already are 40-minute players basically, which is not possible. But you basically have 7 that are guaranteed.
All right,
That's
so
Deuce.
all right,
That's Mitch.
all right. So I ask you
Guaranteed.
this. I give you this. Boom. Give it. So all right. I'm gonna concede this to you, right? I'm gonna concede the 10 to you because I'm gonna have to. We just got to see it, right? We just got to see it because I can see a world where we don't have a choice but to play 10 people, and I can see a world where Tibbs is like, fuck all that shit. I'm playing the 7 niggas I'm playing.
We didn't even talk about foul trouble bringing Kolek in the game.
Yeah.
Like,
so
we're not talking about foul trouble getting Cat out the game or Mitchell Robinson out the game, and now we gotta play small ball.
In the
we
playoffs?
looking at like,
you think they call it playoff fouls? They're not calling
Yes.
regular season fouls in the playoffs.
Yo, don't make me toast these glasses like that guy that be cooking with Method Man. Listen,
I'll give you this. Cat probably gonna get in some foul trouble. He's a mastermind of foul
we
trouble.
know this. We know Cat is good for foul trouble, and we know Mitch has a history with foul trouble.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Precious is touching that court.
I agree with that. Yep.
And then we're still screwed because Precious can't be our big.
He can't.
That puts OG back at the 4. Yeah.
All right, so do this for me. Do this for me. I'm
surprised you see Daddy.
I'm gonna concede what you're saying, right? I'm gonna just concede it. Because like I said, I don't know. Give me the minutes distro. Give it to me.
The minutes?
Yeah, give it to me.
All right, the minutes go like this. We start with everybody. Think of the game 1. We start with everybody, and Josh Hart is the starter.
Okay.
Mitch, Cat gets into foul trouble, determines when Mitch comes onto the court.
Okay.
All right. Josh Hart is first to the bench outside of that. Depending on how we're looking, I'm probably bringing Shaman in his place.
Nice. Okay.
If we need him buckets right now, Shaman is coming up. You take McCall out, you put Josh back in, you take Brunson out, you put Deuce or Cam, depending on who is on the other side of the court. If we have the lead, I'm probably putting Deuce in. Less pressure. Don't feel like you got to force it all. Keep knocking them down. Play smart, ethical hoops. You're going to be all right. Don't got the lead. Go nut campaign. Get it done. I already got Precious in there because of foul trouble. Yeah, bro. So as far as minutes, then I'm giving Mikal Bridges getting every minute he can get. We're horsing the Iron Man.
Yeah.
OG,
it's
we're not horsing.
I'm putting him on Cade. I'm legitimately putting him on Cade, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mikal, but that's his job.
Yeah,
and if it's looking crazy, and I know the world don't love hearing this, and Brunson down for Mikal and Deuce to be on Cade and lock his ass up. I'm putting Deuce in there with Mikal and the whole offensive lineup around them.
I didn't love looking at Deuce, like what Deuce on Cade looked like. I didn't love what it looked like. He's just
he needs experience on it.
He's just so much taller than him. It's tough. I like what, even that he was hitting bullshit on Mikal, I like what it looks like on Mikal though. Because Mikal, he contested. It's like, hey, dog, you just got to be tough. If you're going to hit this shit, you're just tough. With Deuce, he was just rising over him. Like, that's my whole thing with that. Like, that's my defense.
The thing is that Deuce and Brunson are the same height.
Yeah, but Brunson's not guarding Cade. He's not. They're going to put him on.
They're going to be hunting him.
If Tobias Harris, if Tobias Harris scores 30 points with Jalen Brunson, here's the thing. No, but here's the thing, right? That's what they did. That's what they did on Thursday. That's what they did on Thursday. Here's the thing, right? This is what I would do, because OG Anunoby started out on Tobias Harris, and that shit got me tight. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. That shit got me tight because I was like, what the fuck are you wasting OG for? Like, don't waste OG minutes. You feel me? Like, I just feel like those are like our most premium minutes on the court, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm being absolutely honest, don't waste the OG minutes, right?
But if we're not starting Mitch, then that's the lineup.
I would put
Tobias and
Mikal.
OG.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
would put
trash, but
Mikal.
it's true.
Put Mikal on Cade to start. Once if he's getting cooked, because there's a world when Mikal ends this, like, shuts all this shit up too. I feel like niggas is not talking about that either. Like,
Mikal is the one. Mikal is the key for this shit.
yeah, like
All this Cade talk is because we're ignoring Mikal Bridges.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a world where Mikal shuts down Cade, and this is a fucking sweep. Like, I just want to be for real with
Yes.
y'all. Like
Yes.
this, like that is.
Yes.
I have that on my possibility list. Like, that's about a 30% for me. Like, I ain't even gonna bullshit you. Like,
Yes.
I have like a percentage list of shit that may or may not happen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I like. There's too many variables. First time playoff appearance.
I
Mikal's
got percentages from
Yeah.
game 4 to game 8. I
Yeah,
got
like-
percentages for it.
like
Yeah.
dog. Like, hey, where like that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, there's also a percentage where he cooks him and this shit goes to 7. Like, I got percentages like that, but like, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's too much riding on Cade Cunningham, and I want to get into our predictions so we can get out of here. But
All right.
just to give my little spiel, because I know that you have like a more nuanced take, but I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna just start it off. Knicks in 5.
That's fair.
Max. And I want to
That's
be very
crazy.
clear. Max. And we are the Knicks in 6 podcast. If we go to 6, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed. If we go to 6,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
happy
slight-
because it's the brand.
yeah, of course for the brand. Let's be clear. For the brand, because everything we do is for the brand. But I'm just letting y'all know, Knicks in 5, Max. I just don't believe in these young niggas, bro. I'm sorry. The YNs of Detroit, I'm sorry. I don't believe in y'all. Y'all got
You know what?
I told you this in the pre-pro.
You may be too much of a YN yourself to truly respect these YNs. You may still be in their space to where you think that these YNs ain't really
I believe
on
you.
their level.
No, and I believe that. Let's be clear. I love
Yeah.
the YNs of the league. I want to be clear to y'all.
Oh,
I love Demetrius. I don't know what all Demetrius has done.
They are the future.
All Ja has done over the past 3 weeks is make me more of a fan. Let's be clear. Grenade. I'm throwing my words and I'm blocking out the noise. That is elite ebonics. Ebonics. Nobody caught that. Come on, man. What you thought I'm about to tell y'all throwing a grenade, nigga? Fuck out of here, man. I was like, yeah. You a wordsmith.
Did I say that shit?
I like that. You a wordsmith.
Yeah.
Trust me. I love my young niggas in the league. I fuck with Ahmed Thompson. I fuck with the only young thing I don't really fuck with is Halliburton because he's a fucking bozo. You feel me? Like, I don't deal with him. But everybody else I fuck with. So I tell you that to say, and I preface this by saying Cade Cunningham, very good. Like, let's be clear. Ant-Man, very good. Like, I'm not worried, but for me to say that one man could beat not only 5 very above average starters and let's just call it a mediocre bench. Not only that, we got Big Tibbs.
Yeah.
That's coaching against a nigga who he just gave 5 2 years ago. Like, let's be clear. Just gave this nigga 5. Same niggas. Like, let's be clear. Yeah. This Pistons team is Cleveland of 2 years ago to a T. Yeah, let's be clear. They to a T. And y'all had the same fears. The same fears I watched y'all have. Like, yo, dog, they gonna have to beat us up to start a third. And what did Jarrett Allen tell the streets? The brights was lighter than they expected. Yo, when them lights is on, woo, when them lights is on, man, it's a different break. And then you come into the Garden for your first game, Kenny? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Don't become Trey. That's all I'm saying. I
might start Precious.
Hey, man.
You got me sitting here thinking. Yo, all right. Let's slow down. Wait. Precious on Tobias Harris is adequate.
Bro, I'm not expecting Tobias Harris to do anything. It's just
that is okay now. Okay now, right? So, boom, he's done, right? And now you have. No, I really like that. Yeah, because now OG is free to go do real shit. there's Tim Hardaway and there's Clay Cunningham that we have to worry about out there. When it's game time, they're gonna be the ones trying to really.
Yeah.
So to free OG up from being stuck on Tobias Harris, which is just being more effective by pulling away a real defensive challenge from somebody on the put Precious in there. That's not even light work. That is right work. You can start that, and you can it keeps Mitch on. You know what I mean? Like Mitch can stay. Hey, dog. Yo, we gotta go 10. We win this if we go 10. We win this in 5 or less if we go 10. If we go 9 or less, shit. 7, dog.
It's tough. You said 7. Tell the people why you say 7. Tell the people why you say 7.
Tell me why I say 7. Because they're bigger than us. Dog, first of all, I'm the type of Knicks fan that likes when we're big and physical and yada yada yada. And we're not that. We're more of a skill finesse team now, which is fine as long as you're on, because you can't grit your way to finesse. You just have to be on.
This is real.
You can grit your way to a physical win. The Pistons are a physical team. They're bigger than us. They're playing with house money. They've been one of the top 6 teams in the league over the last since before All-Star break. Cade Cunningham is the type of point guard that I do not like facing. There's just so much good in their favor that I refuse to ignore. I absolutely refuse to ignore. If you look at the East playoff bracket right now,
yes,
I see potential upsets everywhere except in Cleveland.
I
think
do I.
Orlando
there's I think
cause havoc in Boston.
Yo, it's like a plus 3,000. And I'm saying Orlando to be more sad, and I'm thinking about it.
Bro, there's no way I'm not putting some bread on that.
I've been thinking about this shit for 2 days.
I'm putting a round robin.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie.
Magic.
I ain't gonna lie.
And because of all of this, because of our history as Knicks fans, as the people that they love to hate,
yeah.
And in the way that we lost in Trey, in the way that is so much about this Pistons team that forces you have to respect them the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to earn this, dog. I do.
Listen, I hear you.
You say 5, I say 7. The pod says 6.
The pod does say 6, so.
And I can see it. I can see it sweeping up. I can see it.
I can see it everywhere. I can see everything. Honestly, I can see 4. I can see 5. If Cade shows up and if Cade is super him, I can see 6 and 7. Legit. I don't deny. I would say I would be legitimately surprised if we lose. I would say that. Like, I can see Knicks in 4. I can see Knicks in 5. I can see Knicks in 6. I can see Knicks in 7. I would be very surprised if I see Pistons in anything.
4, 5, 6, and 7. I can see Pistons in 7 and 6.
And there you go.
That's how nasty it is.
That's super nasty.
Ain't it?
I would be legitimately surprised. Legitimately.
I'll be really hurt.
And hurt. Yeah. There would be real pain.
I would be legitimately hurt. And I think that would be a good enough reason for the basketball gods to make it happen. I would be
for you to hurt you specifically.
to hurt me hard, dog. Like, because it doesn't matter. All of that stuff I said about how good the Pistons are right now does not matter in the playoffs. Even though it's reality. None of that shit matters. If we lose to the Pistons, you lost to the Pistons? They haven't won the playoff game since Chauncey. You lost to the Pistons?
That you did.
And as a Knicks fan, you've eaten a lot of crow. And therefore, and it's been a minute. Every loss we had since then, I could have argued it with my head held high. It's all situation over some bullshit. If the Heat players weren't dirty, Julius Randle would have been healthy. If the Sixers weren't dirty, Mitchell Robinson would have been healthy. Cats would have been able to play it. Dog, been there, felt the hurt, cried the tears. I'm not sleeping on Detroit. I'm worried about game one. All right, so we predicted the season. Who do you think wins tomorrow?
Who wins game one?
Who wins game one?
The New York Knicks.
Yes. Because this moment should be big enough that just the Garden alone
I don't think the
should
moment
do it for them.
I think we'll be fine. I legitimately think we'll be fine. I legitimately think we'll be fine. This is year 3 of our core players, and I'm talking about Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, experiencing what this takes to be in the playoffs. I think we'll be fine. I don't think it'll be the pressure in a way. I think
our core players have changed dramatically. Our core players is R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Isaiah Hartenstein, Julius Randle.
Yeah, but like I said, every single person has playoff experience on our team. Yeah. Every single one, even Landry Shamet has a finals run. Campaign has a finals run.
We've been built the right way all year.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I would be legitimately surprised. Like legitimately.
All right, let me say it this way. So maybe you'll be less surprised if it happens. We have lost to all the top 5 teams all year. The Pistons have turned into a top 5 team in the last few weeks.
That's fine.
So I'm not, and they've had our number this year.
I'm fine.
I see 7 the hard way, and I don't love that. But
hey, dog,
very feasible.
If they get us up out of here, congrats to them. That's all I'm gonna say. I will be legitimately surprised. Legitimately, like. I'm not gonna say they have no shot because that's just not how
they got a shot.
They absolutely have a shot. I wouldn't even disrespect them like that, but
right.
I would
I'll
be
spend
surprised.
another hour here talking about why they have a shot.
Yeah, because we be doing silly shit. So
yeah, bro,
we be doing silly shit. So I can't even discount that, but I just would be very surprised. I think we're about to take it up another level. Like I just think we're capable of taking it up another level. Like we recognize the moment. Like that's what I said with these expectations. It's like, hey dog, like 3rd place in the East, 50 games back to back. All right, we didn't hit the highs of regular season success. Like
right.
This is their best season in what? Since Blake Griffin?
Yeah.
This is their best finish since Blake Griffin. And Blake Griffin used to finish in 8th. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just a different experience for them. And if they overcome that experience and beat the best point guard in the East in the playoffs, in the first round, then fuck. Shit. That nigga's tough. Like, that's always how I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna give props when it's due. Nigga, you tough. I just don't see it happening for you. You gonna have to show me, nigga. It's respect. You gonna have to show me. Show me.
I see some
K-Drick.
It's gonna be a game, bro.
It has to be.
It's gonna be a game.
It has to be, or it's Knicks in 4. Like, let's be clear.
There's too many people, there's too many players on here on your team with the ability to just piss me off.
I believe you.
4. Cade, Tobias, Timmy, Beasley. Built to piss me off. Drop coverage.
There was an NBA with drop coverage. There used to be an NBA with drop coverage was a successful defense. Thank you, Steph Curry.
Refs.
Thank you, Steph Curry.
Steph? Yo. honestly, to tell you the truth, I am less excited for this game. I'm more excited for Boston game 1. I want to see Boston Orlando immediately. And I do in my heart of hearts believe that in the worst case scenario, not in the worst case, but in heart of heart believe we should beat the Detroit Pistons. And it shouldn't be that. And we should make this look good.
I would like Boston. I would like Orlando to make Boston series very difficult. I would like to take
Orlando, Boston.
Come on, Pau Mello. Come on, Pau Mello.
That's the
Come on, Pal Mello.
I got a
Anthony.
Orlando Magic's coat in the starter. Got a starter jacket in the crib, Orlando Magic. I will be wearing that shit with some ice water and the AC on because it's gonna be warm.
Yes, indeed.
And we watching this going down.
All right.
Knicks fans, take it easy. Breathe through all
We
this.
good,
You lose
y'all.
game one, don't lose your mind.
We good. All right. Let's wrap this up with Knicks for Clicks. All about Knicks. With Knicks fans and Knicks haters say just the darndest things, man. And what a
Okay.
week. It's always a good week before a playoff series to get your real good Knicks for Clicks in. I won't lie to you. I think this was my best Knicks for Clicks week for real.
Oh, great.
So mine's is simple. I got I got 91%. This comes from the betting site. 91% of the Piston bets on the 90% of bets on the Pistons to win the series versus the Knicks. As y'all can hear, Jalen is in the back losing his mind because he was like, "That's some fucking bullshit."
Whoa.
90%, bro. How you feeling about that, man? How you feeling about 90%?
Yo, I'm feeling that I'm not alone with my concerns. I gotta tell you, this is the first time I'm seeing this.
91%.
Are you kidding me?
91%.
91%? Dog. That hurt my feelings.
91%. 91.
I don't like that. I don't like that. It's so disrespectful, but I get it. So that's why it hurts.
Nah, this is what you put in the atmosphere, man. This is the level of concerns that you find when you start diving deep into the numbers and the analytics that tell you things.
Yo, you know how big New York is?
91%.
Just off of our own population, it should be 51%.
Here's my disclaimer, right? New York's odds to win these series is minus 400. So I think this is more New York hate than it is actual basketball analysis, in my opinion. Minus 400, you don't win no money, right?
Maybe they like the odds.
Plus
Maybe that's
350.
what it is. The odds are
Plus
too sweet.
350 or Detroit to beat New York. Plus
That's
350.
good. It was 400 the other day, so it's coming down slowly.
Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Hey,
No way.
I'm here
No
for this.
way.
91%.
More than 91%. That means more than 9 out of 10 people. That means more than 9 out of 10 people.
Is this Knicks hate? Is this Knicks hate? Because it
30%
feels,
of it is.
it feels like Knicks hate to me. It
30%
feels like
of
it feels like 20% of it is people like being like, all right, I've done the numbers, I've crunched it, yada yada yada. At least 70% of this is hate. I can't lie to you. 30% is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. That's way too. You selling yourself way too short. They have one guy.
Not one guy though, man.
One
It's
guy.
It's not. It's just easy to say one guy. It's just easy to say one guy. It's not just one guy.
Oh, man.
I'm flabbergasted, and I respect that. I disrespect the number. 91% is absurd. 91% is absolute foolishness. 91% think the third seed is going to lose? That's absurd.
91%.
That's absurd.
91%, bro.
It's because I don't believe that many people are smart enough to actually logically think it through and get to that point and say, these are all the reasons why Detroit is nice. These are all the reasons why they have the possibility to beat them. I don't think that many people know enough to do that. So yes, large hate.
Large hate.
Large hate. Big hate. Supersized hate.
All right. So let's move on to yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Pistons restrict ticket sales based off of bill address in the Michigan area. Ooh. Tell me you shook without telling me you shook. Telling me, scared, boy. Don't you know we tailgate? Don't you know we don't need to be inside the building? We will put our hands on the side of the arena, shake that shit whenever you got a free throw, dog.
Oh my God. This is so
that
nasty.
that right there
This is so
tells
nasty.
me something I think that's even more important than the graphic you just showed me.
Please
91% of outsiders and the casuals and the gamblers and the people that like the odds ain't
tell
paying
tell us
attention.
what the Pistons think though.
The Pistons shook, shook ones.
Next in 5, nigga. I'm just
You
putting that.
see that? That's where you can say 5. When you
Ah,
say that, we don't want New Yorkers to come to our arena because
why?
we know New Yorkers will come
Why?
to our arena.
Why?
And they don't, and they're not even counting for the fact Knicks fans are everywhere. There are more than enough New Yorkers in Detroit
Like
that will buy a ticket.
that was the funny part to me, right? I think that was
Yeah.
the biggest joke of this all, right? Like if you just assumed, like they
Yeah.
said that they restricted it to Michigan, I think they said Ontario, Wisconsin and Ohio, right? Like something like
I
that.
got New Yorkers in all those places.
I'm like, I know a couple niggas in each of those.
Yeah.
In each of those, like, you have underestimated the power of. How do you know that the Knicks fans in Detroit in those areas have not been starved for affordable playoff game? They've been flying to New York for playoff games for the past 2-3 years, and it's like, hey, dog, it's right in Detroit.
And we hustle.
Yo, what about the Knicks fans in
You
Chicago?
don't think we having Michigan, Detroit, Michigan Knights
Yeah.
buying tickets and selling it to us? You don't think that's what you think that's going to stop us?
I don't even know why you think we can't even
inside the building.
The funny thing is, I don't even know why they think that we can't even get this done illegally. Like that's the funniest part about this.
That's what I'm saying.
That
game will be canceled because the mob
not even hard.
rushed the door.
It's not even hard.
It's not hard.
Like, let's be for real
A
here.
million apps for this.
Let's be for real here. All we gotta do is play the bugle. the horn.
One good year. That's it.
Yeah, all you gotta do is play the your bugle. You play the your bugle. We come out and we assimilate from everywhere. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to think that there ain't no Knicks fans in Detroit. That's a crazy assumption right there. I ain't gonna hold you. And that's one of the blackest cities in America.
Yeah.
like
yeah. And it was so cheap for a minute too. You don't think people came through to reinvest? All right, bro. Sure.
Come on, my guy.
It's going down.
Come on,
it's
my
going
guy.
down. Yeah. That made, you know what? Shout out, I forgot I said that as the Knicks clicks earlier, and I did. And God bless me. Yeah, let's bring it down to Knicks 6. Let's bring it back down.
Yeah, please, I beg you.
Yeah, because we got all home court and we got away court too.
Yes.
Right. All they need is game 3 to see how strong we are in the building, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying. Game 3 gonna be the one right there, man. That's gonna be the one.
That's the one.
That's gonna be the one.
That's the one.
We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's gonna be a good series, though. I'll give you that. I think it's gonna be competitive. I think it'll still be close. I just think the playoff experience will play off in the end. I think we'll get 5 good games. I'll put that out there. I think we'll get 5 good games.
4 bad ones, as long as it goes our way.
Yeah,
I'm fine with 4 blowouts.
Right?
I'm fine with 4 blowouts. Let's get some college minutes for sure.
Get the playoff average up.
A real matchup. And plus, the NBA deserves, honestly, Pistons, get this out the way. The NBA, at this point in time, deserves Knicks versus Celtics in the playoff.
Has to happen. It has to happen. And
when has it happened?
And to be clear, I want to put this also out there.
We keep missing this matchup.
The last time we played the Celtics in the playoffs.
Yeah, we got them.
We beat them.
Yeah, we got them.
Just say you're only as good as your last game. I'm just gonna put that out there.
This is like LeBron versus Kobe. Like, yo,
robbed.
Yeah,
we were robbed. Ron robbed us. Never forget.
Yeah.
He robbed us for fucking Dwight Howard.
that top 76 player of
I
all
ain't gonna
time.
lie. They didn't give Dwight Howard. They put Dwight Howard in the Hall of Fame for beating Braun. To be honest with you,
Damn right.
Damn
right.
He done the Hall of Fame for that.
He deserved it.
He did, even though he
He did.
But it's all right.
Depoy of depoy. All right, y'all.
All right, let's wrap this up. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for tuning in. We planned on going for 45 minutes or an hour, but apparently we just have no level of self-control. We had 1 hour and 42 minutes.
I don't care.
Yeah, for 1 hour and 42 minutes.
I keep telling you to chop it up. Give me part 1 and part 2. Make it hungry a little. Leave it on a dope cliffhanger. Make it go, ooh, where's the rest? I'm with it.
Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for tuning in per usual. Make sure you follow us everywhere at Knicks in number 6 IXPOD. You can follow me everywhere at Frostmind Guru. You can follow the network everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. And Sean Dawn in the future, they will find you, especially in the playoffs. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Hopefully we'll be back by Sunday, recapping game 1. Putting a little bit of the fears out, or stoking some fears. Who knows, man? We keep ourselves open to everything, right?
Hey, 91%.
91%.
I'm not going to forget
I want you to know, if we lose game 1, that 91% is going to be on fire. All right, let's get to it, man. It's the playoffs. I want y'all to lock in, man. That's my call to action as well. My call to action before we go, I need us to lock in. I need us to lock in, right?
We earned this.
I feel like it's too much concern about the regular season and stuff like that. We gotta lock in, man. Motivational speaking. I'm here for motivational purposes. If you hear me slandering anybody, it's only for motivational purposes. So with that being said,
come on, campaign. I'm rooting for you.
Come on, baby. Let's go Knicks.
Come on, champ it.